everyone mentions customer on the wall and the, customer's always in the vision. But actually, if you look at it, it is always about ROI, and it should be. But we often forget about the customer. And as you know, if you've got a happy team and a really solid foundation with the culture, in an end, it basically results in great customer experience, inevitably. And especially in New Zealand, it's just like the world is small, but New Zealand's like a village, really. And I've just found, it's that personal relationships, and that's how people keep on coming back to you.
I'd love to expand on that a bit. So we decided to build this business on culture. So employ good people that are aligned with us, and we're all leaders. There's no top-down sort of leadership.
Yeah, lovely.
Every person in this business is a leader of their own department, and we just love that. And people have ownership over it. We encourage each other. We love each other. We love spending time. We've got a few work from home days, but every time we get back, we're like, oh, we missed each other.
Yeah, that's so wonderful. That's wonderful. Welcome to the Purpose-Led CEO podcast. Hi, I'm Debbie. I host a short-form interview series where we spotlight global leaders who are building thriving, purpose-driven companies. And in just 10 minutes, we'll uncover powerful insights from our guests' leadership journey, something that inspires their team and delivers real results. Let's dive in. So today I'm joined by Rory Wyatt, owner and director at Naked Marketing. 20 plus years in digital marketing, and you've previously run businesses in South Africa.
Yeah.
And looking at finance, motor, advertising. And you're known for a no-nonsense measurable results philosophy, which is amazing. And I love the name of your business. And what I also really enjoy about Naked Marketing is that they focus on their uncovering the client's why and aligning marketing strategy. So, Rory, what drew me to you was your energy and your passion, along with your interesting, catchy business name. But even more than that, your approach to leadership, and also the way you've created a business that empowers people. And if you look at the culture of Naked Marketing as well, it's not just about the profits. So in a world where culture is often an afterthought, if I look at Naked Marketing, you've put it at your core. And that's something that I think all businesses should be doing. And that's what makes your story so compelling. So let's dive into understanding more about the man, more about Rory, more about Naked Marketing, and welcome.
Thank you, Deb. So good to be on with you. Really appreciate it. I'm going to have fun.
Yes, let's dive in. So Rory, tell us more about yourself. Who are you? What are you all about? Tell us about the man, Rory.
Rory is a father of two boys. A husband, hopefully a loving husband most of the time. I'm a South African, obviously. I do have that accent. I haven't managed to get rid of it, but I don't want to either. I do support the All Blacks, though, so I just want to say that first. However, if they are playing South Africa, unfortunately, I'm going to support the green and gold. So
good.
Now that that's aside, now we can continue with the rest of it. But a bit more about me. I am a sailor. I love adventure. I love getting outdoors. I love New Zealand is stunning. I feel very, very blessed to have my family here. We've just been so blessed to be surrounded by amazing people like yourself. The network has just been so incredible. So the place that you're sitting in now at the Crate, Dean and my extended family with Andy and Elias and Tiffany, they're just so lovely. And that's when Naked Marketing was actually born.
Ah, right. Well, tell us more about the business, and thanks for sharing that. And tell us more about Naked Marketing in the sense of, that name. How did you get to that name? Because it's so catchy.
Yeah, thank you. So I've got a lovely business partner called Tash Gate. I started, firstly, both of us had lost our jobs during COVID. So really tough time. I had a family to support, newly in the country. A lot of stories are similar, right? So even worse stories than what I had. But I just felt after working for bosses for a few years, having to do that when I immigrated, I just said to my wife with zero capital, I said, God's just telling me I need to start a new business because I'm just unemployable. I don't like working for people, but I like working with people. So that's good. So I started a little consultancy, Naked Marketing, after leaving that job. And it was called Marketing Guys. Now, my wife hated that term because it is so sexist, apparently. So, anyways, by the grace of God, I met Tash Kate. I was doing sort
Yes.
of websites, CRM systems. I'm from a CRM background. Uh, sort of, I call it marketing. So I try and bring marketing and sales together. I've got a very good,
Right.
strong sales background. But what marketing agencies do is they thump a whole lot of leads through, but they don't
Mm,
actually enable the sales component. And if you're not bringing those two together, we can be sending as many good leads through or bad leads, but we don't know. So we really work very closely with our clients to make sure that is this a really shitty lead? Is it a warm lead? Is it a hot lead? And then we train the systems to get really good leads through. So we work
mm-hmm.
very closely. It's resource intensive, but we're all about relationships and giving very good customer service. So back to the story about Tash and myself. What I didn't have in marketing, guys, was the creative element. I am a bit creative, but I'm not a designer by any means.
Right.
But with marketing, you want to be having really yummy, good content going out that attracts people in so you can draw
Totally.
them in and then have the conversations to
Yes. It's
convert.
all about storytelling, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Tasha and myself collaborated. She landed in the crate as well. We collaborated on a few jobs and we got along well. And she can take my really weird sense of humor, which is good. She's married to a South African, so she understands how strange we are, right? So that worked really well. And I was just, as you do as a business owner, and I hear this is quite a stat these days, that once a year business owners get burnt out. And I think it is
Mm,
obviously lagged from COVID and the economy and that sort of thing. But I was feeling so burnt out that year. And I was walking out of the crate with Tash out of the main doors. It's just downstairs where you are at the moment.
yes.
And I said to Tash, I said, we work so well together. Don't give me an answer now, but think about this over December and come back to me. But what do you think about merging the two businesses? And she came back and
Mm.
she said, yes. I wasn't proposing. I was just saying, she said yes to the business. And then we started working with Roland, our Biffle, our
Yes.
BFF, and he's a absolute genius when it comes to
Ah,
photography and also branding. And the story about Naked is basically I've always followed Richard Branson. I love Richard Branson.
yes.
I love the way he
Yes.
does business. I love the challenges he's gone through, massive challenges. He always
Mm-hmm.
takes on the big boys.
Mm,
But what really stands out to me, he's also an adventurer. He loves life. So he does
correct.
business with life. So the business is the
Yes.
vehicle. Now, I've got this motto these days, and we might touch on it later, but
Mm,
life's too short to be dealing with shitty people, and
absolutely.
not all money is good money. So be careful
Correct.
about the clients you take on because you want to protect the people in the business, and
Yes.
people are everything. So my team is amazing and just love
Mm-hmm.
them, and we just get along and we just make each other better every day. So that's
Mm,
Naked Marketing as a whole, but we give full service offering at this stage.
right.
CRM systems, websites, design, copywriting, paid media across all channels. So lead
Yeah.
generation is a very strong trait of ours.
Mm-hmm.
Generate a lot of leads. We've got systems in place to bring this marketing element together, the marketing and sales. But we just love working with good clients, and we've got amazing clients, thank the Lord. So
Oh, I
that's my
love that.
story in a
Yeah.
nutshell.
Thanks, Rory. No, I love that. And you mentioned values as well. I mean, so often also, I mean, I have chosen not to do business with some companies because our values aren't aligned. And I always look at it being true to myself and who do I want as a business. So my brand value proposition. And you sound like exactly the same. So it's so true.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then looking at the culture within your team, because you can see your passion and your love for your team, which is amazing. If you could actually give one piece of advice to a younger Rory as a CEO, as a startup and company, what would that be?
Sure, Deb. Luckily,
Yeah.
this is very fresh in my head because the last couple of years have been pretty tough. But
Yeah.
um, I'm a very spiritual person. I know who my maker
Mm,
is. I know who my God is. And whenever I put my faith in my maker, in the Lord, things go well. But
yep.
human nature, we decide to take the reins back and we take the lead. And I always say, you've got to
Yeah.
make God your CEO. If God's the CEO of your business, nothing can go against it, right? You're going to have tough times. You're going to
True.
learn.
True.
But every time I've done that, ooh, and things go wrong. So I would say to myself, make sure God has never failed me in the past. If we look at that, never failed us.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we getting fearful and anxious
Mm-hmm.
and scared about things? I mean, it is human nature, but once again, don't lean into our own strengths, lean into his
Yeah,
strengths. And
absolutely.
that would be my lesson from years ago if I could go back into the past. But
Mm,
we don't want to do that because we've learned from and grown from those experiences, right?
yeah.
So
Oh, I
yeah,
love that. Yeah, I love that. So let go and let God, is that
absolutely.
as we always say. No,
Yeah,
absolutely true. And I'm assuming then that that would be also one leadership experience that's really guided you through your moments as well and
yeah,
your team. Yeah,
yeah.
just to dig back and make sure that the foundation's there. Absolutely. Okay, then looking at your team, which I mean, you've got a wonderful team, and it is all about the team
Yeah.
because also, Rory, I deal with companies and everyone mentions customer on the wall and customers always in the vision. But
Mm,
actually, if you look at it, it is always about ROI, and it should be. But we often forget about the customer. And as you know, if you've got a happy team and a really solid foundation with the culture, it basically results in great customer experience, inevitably. And especially in New Zealand, I mean, it's just like I mean, the world is small, but New Zealand's like a village, really. And I've just found, I mean, it's that personal relationships, and that's how people keep on coming back to you. But
totally.
yeah, so thanks for that.
I'd love to expand on that a bit. So
Yes,
we,
please do.
Tash and myself, we decided to build this business on culture. So employ good
Mm,
people that are aligned with us, and we're all leaders. There's no
yes.
top-down sort of leadership.
Yeah,
Every
lovely.
person in this business is a leader of their own department, and we just love that. And people have ownership over it. We encourage each other. We love each other. We love spending time. I mean, we've got a few work from home days, but every time we get back, we're like, oh, we missed each other.
Yeah, that's so wonderful. That's
But
wonderful.
that does translate to your customers. Customer experience is
Mm,
everything. It wouldn't be if it wasn't for our customers.
yeah,
Um,
yes.
and I had an amazing experience, and I do believe this these days that we are trying to help businesses like ourselves, like myself as entrepreneurs, grow and thrive in this market. I do 100% believe that.
Yeah.
I
Mm,
had a client that phoned me up, old friend. She's lovely. She's a business mentor. She's got a thriving business in Tauranga. I could just get this call. I was getting on the highway, and she says, "Rory, I just want to let you know. I saw you on a podcast once, you and Tash. I don't trust agencies. I've been burnt all the time, but I'm in
hmm.
an agency right now, and we're looking to take you on if the price is right." So I gave her a proposal. She phoned me about 2 months ago. She says, "Rory, I just want to let you know I was wrong. You proved us right." She loves the result. They're getting
Wow.
so many leads through. We're selling products with,
Amazing.
and we love their team. The team's got the same ethos as us, just fun-loving people. And then I had another call with her afterwards, which gives me goosebumps because she says to me, "Rory, I just want to let you know something you don't know is this business would have closed down if you guys hadn't done the job you're doing." And I was like,
Wow.
wow,
Oh, that's
that is such
fantastic.
a godsend. But
Yeah, that's soulful.
it's that passion that the team has, right? And it's not
Yes,
me, it's
yes.
a passion the whole team as a unit, as an
Yeah.
entity has for our customers. So yeah, that's important.
Oh, goosebumps. Okay, no, that's amazing. That's wonderful. And that's also when you look at your company and you look at your people and you think you're actually just adding value, not just, it's not all about the
Yeah,
profits, which is fantastic.
totally.
So, looking at the culture, you mentioned you've got some home from work days and everyone, misses everyone else. And absolutely, I mean, I feel the same at the Crate because it's fantastic for networking, in the
100%.
shared office space. It's amazing. So what small practical habit would you say that helps your business continue to look and thrive and just thrive as a culture and that all of your team aligned? I mean, obviously, you've mentioned the accountability, which is fantastic because so often people are given responsibility, but they're not given the accountability. So, what do you think you do that you've just nailed it with the alignment of your team?
I'll give you two. So
Yes,
good and so I think the first thing I heard years ago through a mentor that CEO stands for Chief Energy Officer.
yes,
So
love that.
you as the leader bring the energy every day, even though
Yeah.
you must be feeling like a ball of poo, bring the
Hmm.
energy. Make sure you care for people within the
Yes.
organization. Naked marketing is nothing without our people, 100%. And I
Mm.
mean internal people and customers. And the other thing is when times are tough, and this is something I learned from other businesses, I play open
Yeah.
cards with the team. And
Yeah.
when we lost the biggest client 2 years ago, just before December, which is the worst time for
Oh,
any business,
oh,
30
yeah.
grand's worth of revenue out the door, sort of mourned it for a day, and then the next day, faith without works, right? I had
Yes.
the faith. I mourned it for a few hours, sat down at my table at home, locked myself away, and
Mm.
stopped planning. And then I went back to
Mm.
the team. I said, "This is the situation. This is where we are. They know the revenue within the business. We don't hide that sort of thing because I think
Mm.
if they know your heart, they want the best for the business. Why hide that sort of thing?" And it's
Yeah.
amazing. We had this. We pulled ourselves through. We got to improve ourselves revenue wise after that within months because we had a good plan and good goals. And it
Amazing.
happened again this year. It happened again this year. And
Fantastic.
you know what?
Wow.
You know what? We weren't worried. We had a
No, you
plan again.
pivoted. Yeah.
We knew how to do it. And
Yes.
I have a whiteboard upstairs, and there's the goals, the revenue we needed, and
Mm.
we did it in 2 3 months. It was incredible.
Yeah.
And
Amazing.
I just take my hats off to my team because the resilience and the love and the care that they show is just incredible.
Mm.
And
But that's
and like I say,
amazing.
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say that's incredible that you are so transparent because so often people, it's looking at the ROI, and they forget about the people, and that actually, if people feel that they've actually got the accountability and they're part of the team, they all want to do well. They want to see you do well because they know if you do well, they do well. So,
Yes.
my background's corporate, and I've just seen it time and time again where they often don't listen to the customer and often don't listen to the team, where the team are actually dealing with the customers daily, and you're putting in
Absolutely.
the hard yards, and to have loyal, aligned team members is amazing. So that's
Oh,
fantastic.
absolutely.
Yeah, no, that's
And and
fantastic.
and the learnings I get from them is just substantial. It's so cool. So,
Mm.
iron sharpens iron, as they say, huh?
No, it does. But you see, that's why I say you're such a good leader and not a manager, because there's such a big difference
Oh,
between
thank you.
being a manager and a leader. So a leader is just all embracing and encompassing. It's amazing.
Yeah, I do think they would want me to tone down on my dad jokes at times, but
I can
that
understand that.
that's part and parcel of who I am. So you got
No,
to suck
that's
it up.
fine. But that also brings the humor and the humanness into the business, which is amazing.
Definitely.
Yeah. So Rory, just in closing, uh, if you had to sum up your leadership philosophy, and I know you've touched on it quite a bit through this, but in a single sentence, what would it be? And I mean, just to help others out there, what would it be?
Um, Make sure that the whole team is aligned with everyone's got the same goals, the same vision.
Yep.
Make sure that you work on your culture daily, not just weekly or
Mm,
monthly. And what that brings is we can't always pay everyone massive salaries, but a
yeah.
purpose and belonging and hanging out with people all day, because I spend more time with them than what I do with my wife and kids,
No,
is so important.
absolutely.
And life's a
Mm,
journey. It's not a sprint. And I had to learn this the hard way because I'm a very up tempo sort of person. And I was burning myself out because of that. But
yeah.
I've had to intentionally slow down. And what's happened is I'm actually enjoying the journey way better with good people around me. So, it's just that philosophy of having good people around you. You're always growing together and learning
Yes.
together. And that's so
Yes.
important.
Oh, that's absolutely key. I love that. Thank you. Thanks, Rory. And I just want to say
Well,
thanks for
thank you.
sharing your insights and your story with us today. Um, and it's honestly been a privilege to hear your perspective and just how you have pivoted your business as well, but not just yourself, but actually literally pivoted with your company. And
Thank you.
when you lost that big client, 2 years ago, and just to literally just take a moment and how you took yourself away from the situation and then pivoted. But then you had your back. The team had your back, and you had the team's back,
Absolutely.
which is so important. So I just want to say to the audience watching, if you'd like to follow Rory, visit him on nakedmarketing.co or LinkedIn. And thanks to the listeners for listening in, for tuning into the Purpose-Led CEO. Stay connected with me on LinkedIn for upcoming interviews and episodes as we continue to explore how leaders around the world bring purpose to life in their organizations. If you enjoyed this conversation, follow along for more short, sharp interviews with inspiring leaders who are changing the way business is done. And if you would like my help in turning customer engagement into lasting growth, DM Growth on Instagram or visit the link in the bio.